So, my dear student, today we'll learn more about the derived unit. In the previous class, we have also learned the same thing, but it is to be cleared once again that what may be the possible derived units. When you talk about the derived units, we take example of speed. What is the unit of speed? Yes, meter per second. So how do we get the meter per second? Here speed is what? It is distance by time, and we have learned that the unit of distance is what? Meter, and the unit of time is second. You may write it like what? Meter upon second. Now it can also be written as meter per second or meter per second. See here, I have taken here the two fundamental units, that is what? Meter and second. So the combination of these two fundamental units has given us what? The derived unit. Now we'll run towards the main content of the chapter motion, that is distance, displacement and so on. So now we'll talk about distance. What is distance? बच्चों, डिस्टेंस को हिंदी में क्या कहते हैं? यस, दूरी, दूरी कहते हैं. अब इसको डिफाइन करने की कोशिश करते हैं. डिस्टेंस क्या होता है? सपोज here is a point A and a person is traveled from point A to point B. So the length from point A to point B is what? Distance. The length from point A to point B is what? Distance. So here you can easily define that the length between two or more distinguished points is called what? Is called distance. Yes. Now the unit of distance is what? So many possible units are there, like centimeter, meter, kilometer, and so many other units are there. We will talk about that units in the latter part of the video. Now one more related term with distance is what? बच्चों, वो है क्या है? Yes, वो है displacement. Displacement. As you have told me that Hindi meaning of distance is what? Duri. Now what is the Hindi meaning of displacement? I don't think so that you have to know about the Hindi meaning of displacement, but for instance, displacement is what? That is Visthapan. First we'll try to understand what is displacement, then we'll discuss about it. Okay, suppose a person is traveling from point A and to point B. What is the possible distance between these 2 points? Suppose this is L1. This is what? L1. Now again he has traveled from B to point C. The distance between B and C, suppose L2. What? L2. What will be the possible distance? Distance will be what? Distance will be what? AB plus BC, that is L1 plus L2. This is the distance. Now what he has done, in the meanwhile, he has traveled backward. He traveled backward and came back to the point B. Now the concept of displacement will be cleared. See, actually what the distance he has covered now. Suppose the distance that he has covered from traveling to point C to B is L3. So what will be the total distance? The total distance will become what? L1 plus L2 plus L3. But in the case of displacement, what will happen? In the case of displacement, see what happened. What is the displacement? Displacement is actually what the person has actually how far from the point A, that is AB, that is L1. Now here we have to understand two things. This is the point of initiation from where he started traveling. So this is what point A is, the initial point. And point B is what? It is the final point. This is what? This is the final point. So what may be the definition? The shortest distance, the shortest distance between two points is called what? Displacement. The other definition of displacement may be what? The distance between initial and final point is called displacement. So dear students, they were studying about displacement on a straight line, but is the person will always travel in a straight line? Obviously no. He may have some other kinds of route. Suppose a person is traveling from north to south. A person is traveling from north to south. Suppose a person is traveling from north to south. Suppose this is what? This is 3 kilometers. The distance that he has traveled from traveling north to south is 3 kilometers. Now again he has traveled from south to east 4 kilometers. 4 kilometers. What is the distance he has covered? He has covered this 3 kilometers and this 4 kilometers. So here the distance is what? Distance, or you may say the total distance is what? 3 kilometers plus 4 kilometer. He has traveled 3 kilometer and 4 kilometer. So what is the distance? That is 7 kilometer. What is the distance? 7 kilometer. Now if we have to find out what is displacement, then displacement would be what? Displacement would be, this is the final position N, this is the initial position N, and this is the final position E. Initial position N and final position E. So the length or the distance between initial and final position is what? Is displacement. So displacement here is what? NE. How can we find out the displacement? There may be some certain formula. Suppose here he has made a right angle. Now from the Pythagoras theorem we can take what? The square of NE equals square of NS plus square of SE. Now NE equals N square, that is 3 kilometer, square of 3 kilometer plus square of 4 kilometer. This implies NE equals 9 kilometer square plus 16 kilometer square whole to the root. स्क्वायर रूट, पूरे पर स्क्वायर रूट हो गया. यहाँ से स्क्वायर जब ट्रांसपोजिशन होकर राइट साइड में गया तो क्या हो गया? यहाँ हमने इसका रूट कर दिया. नाउ यू मे सी व्हाट? नाउ यू कैन सी NE equals what? NE equals 9 plus 16, that is 25 kilometer square root. Now taking the square root of 25, obviously we have what? 5 kilometers. So here the distance is what? The displacement is what? 5 kilometer. See, what is the distance? Distance is 7 kilometer while the displacement is what? 5 kilometer. One thing that is cleared here, that displacement is always the shortest distance between the 2 points. And another thing is what? Distance either may be more than the displacement or can be equal to the displacement. The distance can more than displacement and can be equal to the displacement.